So, welcome to the party. Dynamic effort, upper body, flat barbell bench press against chains. We're back up to 10 by 3. Previous best 155 at like 0.8 ms. And I'm kind of thinking I want to push that up to like 150, what did I say, 155? Like 160. And see if we can at least stay above like 0.75. If it's giga slow, then, I mean, I'm probably going to go up regardless. But if like today's weight is like giga slow, then I'll stay there for next time and try and speed it up a little bit. Because like, honestly, like 0.8 or above, I mean, you're fucking chilling, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, it's not until speed starts dipping below the 0.8 mark, and even then, below like 0.75 is when it starts to like actually be like a little too slow. But I've pushed that boundary all the way to 0.7 before. And not to mention, even when we've done deadlifts before, motherfucker, I was pulling like 0.66 or 0.65, which is way below what I normally would hope to get. But again, it's not making or breaking anything. You know what I mean? Like, if you fall out of the range, it's not like, oh no adaptations are no longer happening. Fuck that, dude. The adaptations are happening regardless. If anything, weight could be too light. Too heavy is not necessarily a problem as long as it's moving quickly. Really, like, too light is a problem. Too heavy is really only technically too heavy if you're grinding reps. You know what I mean? And like that, you don't need a velocity tracker to know if that's happening. Like, it's so blatantly obvious, not only from a visual standpoint, but from a feeling standpoint. Like, as you're doing whatever movement, you're like, yeah, I can. It's so obvious that it's slow, right? So, with all that being said, I don't want to, I'm not here to rant about that shit. We're here to fucking train. So let's go ahead and get this shit over with. It's already like 6:30. Late one, dude, but I'm fucking slaving. So anyway, we're gonna get to work. 10 by 3, empty bar. I might do 95. The responsible version of me will do 95, and then I'll jump to 135, and then I think it's 160 is what we're aiming for. So with that being said, let's get after it, dude. Quit wasting time. We're burning daylight out here. Yeah, nice and slow. As soon as I get some weight on there, it'll speed up. Ten sets of 3. First one's a little slow at 0.79. But we'll probably be okay here. I will say too, I just noticed my mic is on a low battery. So that's awkward. Hopefully, I mean, it probably will die during the session. So if that's the case, silent film. That's how that's gonna go. So I'll give you guys at least the music, so you guys can at least enjoy the music, but everything else will just be me grinding out the exercises. So, just letting you guys know ahead of time. So if you're wondering why you won't hear my beautiful voice, if you're not watching the video, you're just listening to me. Yeah, that's why. Oh man, that felt great. Cracked my back a little bit. Yeah, that felt pretty good. Ironically, it was a little slower, but that felt good. That's one thing that's always weird about speed work. Sometimes when you're doing this, you know, mentally, you're like, man, that felt really good. But then you look at the data and you're like, oh, I'm actually just a bum. I've always thought that was pretty funny. And it just goes to show, like, if you're the type of person that's always in your head kind of a thing, and always analyzing everything, if you can work on the habit of just, like, not taking everything that you feel as serious, it'll probably benefit you, not only just in training, but just, you know, in life too. You know, just get good at just moving on. How you feel is not always accurate. That second one was slow as fuck. And I think it's because I was off balance just a little bit. I kind of felt the bar touch down a little lower than it should. Well, I'm at least maintaining my speed, so that's good. Cool. You know, if you guys ever noticed on squats, or even now, I know you can't see from the camera, but my right arm can touch the rack, and this side floats. I have way more available external rotation on my right side than I do on my left. And you see it during squats because my right elbow will be really far down and my left one will be super high. Ugh, that's because I played baseball in high school when I pitched. That was super slow. What the fuck? We dropped all the way down to 0.71. Because I was yapping. It's because I was yapping, that's why. But yeah, I pitched in high school. And so because of that, I have a lot of available ROM out of this right shoulder. And it's funny because it's very obvious on my squats. Because again, that elbow is winged up super high and the other one's super low. And that's why. I get comments about it all the time. People are like, oh man, you should work on your shoulder mobility. And it's like, there's no reason to. Shoulder doesn't hurt. Feels fine. It doesn't look pretty, which I was just dealing with a client about that the other day. Yeah, I'm super slow today for some reason. I'm just dive bombing on speed. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking slow. We're at 0.73. I just don't really have the power. Like, I'm trying. It's just not budging. But I had a client ask me about that. Like, they wanted to test their mobility, like do like a mobility assessment. You know, I'll do whatever a client wants to do. Ugh. Excuse me. And I'll do whatever a client wants to do. You know, but I want them to think, why do you feel a mobility assessment's even necessary? If you're able to do everything, what does it matter? Sped it up a little bit. You know, like, if you can do all exercise with no restrictions, what does it matter? Unless you just want to be mobile for whatever reason. You know what I mean? You can train for whatever you want. You know, and you can, if you want to be super mobile, like, yeah, you can train for that. But I feel like sometimes people just want to do certain things because they think it's necessary. You know, they think there's some standard that they're supposed to hold themselves up to. When in reality, it's just, are you happy with where you're at? If you're happy with where you're at, then it doesn't matter. Why change anything? You know? Aside from like your health. But some people don't care about that. Oh man, we're speeding up a little bit. I got 2 sets left. But yeah, some people don't care, right? Like, and it's funny because I gave them some exercises that really test your mobility, like a front rack Bulgarian split squat. Like, do you have full ROM in this position? Can you maintain the front rack? If so, I'd say your mobility is pretty good. And then a Cossack squat. You know, can you go all the way down laterally? Like, I really just looked at all the different end-range positions and was like, can you get into these positions? If so, cool. You're good. A little faster. We got one more. So like a couple of examples. Front rack Bulgarian, Cossack, an overhead press, single arm, and a bilateral. Because that tells you if there's like a motor control issue there or if there's compensation going on or something. And then a front squat, ATG, no heel elevation, no assistant shoes or whatever. And then I had another one. What was my other one? There was another one. Can't remember what it is now that I think about it. But yeah, those are kind of like the mobility tests, and it's just testing all the different end ranges possible. Oh, last one. A little slower on that last one. Let's see what the average is. .74. It's pretty fucking slow. Pretty fucking slow. But like I said, because it's below that .75, I think we do it again next week. So when we do it next week, we'll just do it again, just try to speed it up a little bit. All right. Moving into our loaded push-ups, which again, we do off the flat pull down with our cambered bar in place, so we get full ROM. 90 pounds on there right now. We're going for 12. Previous best was only like 90 pounds. Like literally this was like the previous best. I think that's severely out of date. I managed to do 110 for 9. And I don't remember that set, so I don't think it was that hard. So here we go. I'm gonna do 90. I'm gonna do 90 here and then go to 110, hopefully for the 12, because 3 reps. I mean, I feel like that should be pretty doable. Yeah, let's see how it goes. So. Just a warm up. So if this feels like shit for 12, we're fucked. It's a little heavy. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. Oh. Well. Oh yeah, that was tough. That was really tough. Oh man.